You're going to tell me like, paradigm, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you started by
I'll be
types of paradigm, but I
I'll
didn't
tell
know
you.
that.
I'll explain you that also, Jul.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
don't
you.
worry about that. So again, in object or like firstly, what is type of paradigm and what is paradigm programming? I'll tell you that also. In that you have imperative, declarative, functional object. Object means like object oriented, which we did also, like right? Object oriented. And this comes into like software engineering only. We have logic based, then logic based, and we have concurrent. Okay, etc., etc. I don't want to mention more, but I just want to give you the idea of the syllabus of what you are about to do. Then we have comparison. Now what is this programming paradigm, right? What is this thing, and why why do we have to study all of these things? See, programming paradigm actually stands for, June, that just a simple style basically when you write down the program. So like for example, uh, like your mindset, how you are basically writing it, how what is your approach of solving problems with code. Think of it like, when I love cooking, by the way. I try to cook. So I when I cook, there are different ways of cooking. When I see people cooking, they cooks in so different way, like so many different ways. Like you can fry, you can boil, you can bake, you can grill. All methods make food only, but the style changes how you prepare it. Similarly, in programming also, different paradigm means different styles which exist, and each one of has its own rule and methods and philosophy. So they all let you to solve problems, but the way you think about the problem and write the code is actually really different. June, okay, makes sense
Okay.
till here?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, like example for you to understand it easily is like as I mentioned to you about imperative programming first, right? Imperative is what, June? Imperative or procedural style basically. Like when what you do in the procedure basically to make that code, kind of like in cooking you do like heat the water, maybe put some milk. What is
Steps to do.
Yeah, 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 exactly. In object oriented style, it would be like create an object, basically methods, creating methods in coding, and like in Python we do, then call the methods.
So I have one question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you say about steps of programming, like
Mm.
what do you mean by steps by programming? Like, is it to make the program or like to do the program? The
Ye-
step to do the program,
Yeah,
the step.
so yeah, it's like for example, you are working on some kind of a project, right? So what are the steps you are taking to make that project basically? Like
That program is it like Python or Java or C plus plus or everything?
anything, any code language, it doesn't matter. It does not really specify the code language. What matter is that the approach of yours. All of us are different with different mindsets, so we all have our own code language. Like for example, in the English that I speak and the English that you speak is same. We understand each other, but it's a kind of a different way. Like I speak a different way, you speak a different way, and even if someone from your own country and from your own specific region and from your even from your own house will speak a different English word sometimes than what you speak. And that's what happens in coding, like analysis, the design means algorithm and flowchart you are using, and testing and debugging you're doing, documenting and maintenance if you are doing something for it. So that's all come into this basically, like the steps of programming that you have like I've given a basic idea about it. All right,
Okay. Yes,
make
sir.
sense? So, because you see, I want to explain you this is very, very important before I get into the things. Otherwise, you will not able to understand few things. That's why I'm explaining you. So, programming paradigm, I think it is clear to you, right? Now, you need to understand, Jule, that we also have other things there, which is about imperative programming, right? I told you types of program paradigm, and in this you have these many. In this only, they will teach you after the introduction. This is the introduction first chapter. In the second chapter, Jule, they will teach you about the imperative one. They will say imperative programming as a chapter name, okay, and paradigm here. All right. Now, what is this? The characteristics of the imperative programming. Like, what are the step-by-step instructions? For example, languages like C, Java, Python. It's like a procedural style. You basically go in the procedural. What are the advantages and disadvantages for large systems in that? Right? You study that in imperative programming. So they will teach you this in detail in the second chapter, maybe. Then in that, on the other one, object-oriented. For example, if I am writer of a book, I will be designing my book like this way, the way I'm telling you right now. Okay, so this will help you out to understand the software engineering thing. How does it work? What they to teach you? Object oriented programming. Maybe you have the book by yourself till now. Do you have the book right now, June?
Sorry, what book?
Like, did you get the book for this? Coding, programming, large scale principle. You got the book on that?
From the
Books,
university?
university, yes.
No, not yet, sir.
Yes. So exactly. So
I,
they. Mhm.
I don't think I would be getting the book, but maybe presentation slides.
Exactly, exactly. Because they don't want to like promote any writer or anything. But if some teacher has some favorite, then definitely they will do. But yeah, every like you are at the place or at a point of time where you have to make your own things. Basically, you innovate your things and do things. That's why they tell you to, mix of everything. Maybe some from that book, learn from some from some other book, learn some from other book, different methods, different things, and learn it and then apply, learn it and then apply. That's how it basically work, June. So you need to remember that. Again, in object oriented programming, I think I taught you about classes, objects, relationships, about association, aggregation, composition. We didn't did relationships, but I taught you about classes, objects, and I haven't taught you about the advanced o. Like in this, by the way, in this you will study about advanced now. I have taught you just the basics, but in this now you will study about advanced OOP concepts. Okay,
Okay.
you will study that, and you will study about, in this you will study about the interfaces, and you will also study about abstract classes. All right, you will study about dependency injection. That's very important. So let's say we have dependency injection. Now you might be thinking, what are they and why I'm listening to this? Because this is important for you to understand what you have to cover, how much you have to cover. All right. Design
Okay.
patterns. Maybe your teacher, sometimes what happen is in colleges, they, to just cover up the syllabus and to make sure that the student just go through the things, maybe just pass the exam, they will skip some of the things. All right, so maybe, but whatever your teacher will start with, I will also start with that. And today I will just give you an idea, and teach you obviously about some specific topic, one specific topic, so that you get an idea. Now, these are things which you will study in the third chapter, June, and so on and so forth. Functional programming is also there. Then there is concurrent and parallel things. Declarative. In declarative, by the way, you study, like here you see that I have mentioned a declarative programming in the types, right? Imperative,
Yes.
declarative, right? You see that?
Yes.
In this, you will study, Jule, about SQL, which is the database, okay? Which is very, very important. All right. Then you also have HTML, which is, again, HTML, I'm guessing. You know HTML?
STM. Not
No.
really, sir.
Hypertext markup language.
Hyper. No, I don't think so.
I think that's the first thing you need to study, June. So I will show you up, and maybe you will get an idea about right away. Maybe I think so that you will get the idea through that. All right. So I'll stop sharing my screen here, and I'll share my entire screen to you.
Okay.
All right. So now you will see my whole screen. Okay. This will help you out to understand things over. So for example, you see, June, here we have this specific part. This is called HTML, right? These are different languages in HTML. So if I'll just, let's say, start with making a project, right? We'll start with a project. I'll name it as June.html. All right. This is June.html. Now in June.html, you have not heard about HTML, right?
No.
This is called your uh basically the starting.
HTML.
Huh?
Oh. Okay. Okay. I think when I was doing the code,
Hmm.
something like this happened. Yes, but if you say in uni, if they say they teach me and stuff, I
Hmm.
don't.
You have to study this also. Basically, as a software engineer, you need to know about this, right? That's why you need to know about this. So June
Okay.
1st project, that's your title. Now these things, that means doc type HTML means that you are using the latest version of HTML, like whatever the latest version is, you are using that. This is like to show exactly what you are using, and this is called the body of the thing. Like you have to put up this by just putting up exclamation mark. Like when you download this, like you just put up an exclamation mark, the VS Code, you can be able to get the body like this directly, right? So you can do that way very easily.
So what does it mean, the HTML? Like,
HTML is actually a hypertext markup language, which is actually used for uh, demonstrating the web pages that you see on online specifically, right? So if you go on,
web.
yeah,
Okay.
to demonstrate the web pages, right? For example, let's say I'll go over here, Jule. I'll just open up my a browser here. All right, it is opening. I'll write down here expert text solution, like expert text. Let's say this here. Okay, if you see this, This is a web page, right? This is a web page which is made up upon HTML and CSS. And if somebody is searching over it, it is coming over like this, right? It has home, it has about us page, kind of a website, right? So, but it is not only where you just have to do HTML. There is CSS, there is JavaScript, which is another language of computer. Then there is other things also involved in it. You can see testimonials are there. So this is what HTML does. It create web pages for you, a hypertext markup language. It create web pages for you. You have so many different things which will help you out. It You can have maps here. You can again you see what which where this company is located in Istanbul, Turkey. What are the number there? I mean, this whole page that they have made is basically through HTML. All right. And yeah, so that's what you have to keep in mind basically, that how things work, what are the things that you have to keep in mind there, what are the courses they are offering. But again, this is not to show you this, but this is to show you what HTML is about. So if you do like first project right here, okay, I'll write down maybe H1. Okay, that is the first heading of you. So I'll write down, hey, June, your hobby, you are becoming software engineer. So I'll write down me and my code. This page is donated to you because it's you, your code, June's first project it is, so that's why. I'll write on a paragraph which is just okay. By the way, June, am I too fast?
Um, yeah,
Slow down.
a little bit more, sir. Then it's okay.
I'll slow down. So, June, what happened is that you
Yeah.
see these paragraph, basically these things that I'm putting the white color things in. They are
I
called,
can't
yeah.
see it.
You can't see the my. Oh, okay. I'm really sorry. Whenever it is unsure, please let me know, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Because it is happening automatically. See it? Can you see it?
Okay. Yes, yes, I can see now, sir.
So you see, June, you have opening tag and you have closing tag. Okay. This is called opening tag and you have closing tag. So in computer, in hypertext markup language, which is HTML, you always use these tags to actually write down things inside it. All right. Okay.
Okay.
And you have this paragraph also, and you just, I am pretty much sure they just want you to give you an introduction so that you can be like you are able to do the advanced part like JavaScript and all, which is very very important. I'm very excited to teach you this, but hopefully we'll get time and you will also learn about this. So again, if I have to put up any paragraph, June, I can't really put up like directly like this. Okay, computer will not understand that. You have to tell computer that what you are writing about. For example, if I'm writing a paragraph, so I have to put up these opening and closing tag and write down in between them.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so for example, I'm writing something. For now, for the demonstration, I'll take random text. So for random 100 words, I can write down lorem 100. That's just a way to generate random text in HTML. But to show, to teach, actually, it is used lorem 100. It is not used usually because usually you will obviously write down about your things. So when you put up lorem 100, lorem 10, lorem 50, it will give you generate the different words like this. And now if you see, my text is like here and then it goes like this. So to make sure that it comes in line, you can use a thing called wrap, which is again in settings in this software called thing. And there is an online compiler which I will introduce to you very soon. You go into the command palette. Okay, you just choose this thing called toggle word wrap. Okay, here. Now you might be thinking I will forget everything. Yes, you will, but don't worry, I will teach you again. But for now, you need to just understand. Okay.
Okay.
So now you see I have generated random 100 words over here in a paragraph, and I have random 100 words over here. We have HTML heading, we have 100 words about you and your coding of what you have learned. Maybe you have mentioned in the paragraph, I've learned Python, I've learned this. So obviously if I will type that, it will take time. So I just generated 100 words to teach you. Now you can put up 100 of things over here in the web page actually, and you can make sure that it get colored also. If you want to make this color and you want to put up like in a design in it, you have to go here and you have to write down style. All right. All right.
Okay.
You can do it style and you can target, let's say I want to target H1. So I can write down H1 and I can really design anything like color, border, whatever I want. I can shift it into the middle and stuff, whatever I want. But before I,
Okay, so I want to ask you a question.
yeah.
So this HTML that you're doing right now, making a phrase, body,
Mm,
paragraph.
mm.
This one is it like if I'm imagining right, you're coding this to like the front page of the website, the
Exactly.
whole website.
Hmm.
So if you like just now how you just showed me like you go to home, you go to
Hmm.
about and stuff.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
this is the part where we do it.
Hmm. Exactly. This is where we actually do it. This is where we design.
So I'll ask you a question like what HI me and my code.
Hmm.
What is that? Is that the title
No, no,
or
that is not HI. This is H1, heading
sorry?
1. It's called
H1,
heading
H1.
1. Heading 1
Heading
is like
is
the,
the title. Is
yeah,
the first title, right? The
yeah,
heading one.
yeah, yeah. What is your
Oh,
main title of the page? That's what it is, heading 1. You
can
can,
you run this or you can't or you
you,
cannot run?
yes, yes, I can run it, but to put up on Google, you have to buy a domain name, and then you can upload it on there, and it will be live. The page will be live to all the people around the world if they will put up your address. Like you have a home address, right? Like for example, if you see at the top here, Jewel, it is coming up 127.001, right? Yeah,
Yes.
that's your address. Nobody will write down that. But if you'll write down, let's say you'll take a name of your address, like for example, you live in Malaysia and you have some specific address. When someone has to come to meet you, you have to give that address to him, right? So they will come
Yeah.
directly to your house. But on internet world, you have to buy your own different address. For example, this company has its own address called expertxsolutions.com, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so you basically can go there and you can actually put up the things, right? So, and in here if you see, I have written me and my code. I am basically through HTML, I am uh getting a structure of the body. Like in human skeleton, you have a skeleton, then you have a mass over it, then you have organs. I mean, inside the mass you have organs and stuff, and then you have so many different things and stuff. So HTML is just the structure, the bone part of the page. To give it appearance, to give it design, how it looks, you have to use the thing called CSS, which is called cascading styling sheets, which you will study with me very soon, which I will be showing you right away after this. And then JavaScript is to put up the brain in the page. That if someone come interact with the page, for example, if I'll go over here and contact somebody, and if I want to contact, I will fill the form. Okay, I will fill up anything here, and I send message, and this message will be sent to that guy whose website is this. Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
understand. So, wait, so I was just what playing like to
yeah,
try what you're doing in my
yeah.
Python code, but how do I make the HTML?
Oh, don't worry,
How
don't
do I
worry. I'll show you. I allow you to share your screen, okay? Yeah,
because I tried to like you like put the
yeah.
the the mark
I get it.
like this.
I get it what you're saying. I get it what you're saying. For that, what you need to do is, June. Firstly, I would recommend you to download VS Code, but not right now, okay? When you are ready, it is because it will give you a fast pace to design the code. Like you can design faster. On
I
usual
think you told me last time to ask me to download the
code.
VS Code, right?
Yes, yes. I don't know
Did
whether you,
you do code?
yeah,
I had it for the
yeah, for the
we
Python.
did it for the not Python. We did it for the C.
Yeah, 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 yeah. In case if you have it, June, you just have to go in the software, okay, and you just have to download some extensions from this button called here. I think my screen is still visible to you.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
you see, these are the 4 5 things for HTML you have to download. For example, Code Runner is not for HTML. You can ignore it. Like you can write down color highlight if you want. Yeah, it's better. Color highlighter, HTML, CSS support like this. You have to install from here. When you click, you can search here. It will come and you will just install from here. And then live server is important. You have to install this. These are few ones. Prettier code install from here. And Stylint is not, it's okay, you can ignore this one, but these are like 1 2 3 4, these 4 things if you will install, it will be fine to do HTML for now. All right.
Okay. So then, so for the next class, I
Hmm.
will do it or before the next class.
Yes, yes, you should do it, and in case of any doubt, I am available on WhatsApp. Obviously, just text me up and I'll help you out directly doing it. Okay, now for now, because I'll just quickly give you an
Yeah.
idea about style CSS also. Like if you do put up an style here, right, June? And I'll show you on online compiler very quickly after this. So I'll just write down H1, okay, and I write down here, maybe I want the color to be red of the heading, maybe whatever. You can change the color, by the way, just going over here and whatever color you want. It depends, customization depends on you. Maybe if you want border also, so you can just write on border. You can put up 2 pixel, means the thickness of the border. 4 pixel, 2 pixel, pixel is the unit. Maybe 2 pixel, 4 pixel, whatever you want. Solid, if you want border to be solid line, then solid line. If you want dashed line, you can put up dashed. And color of the border is, let's say I want the color of the border to be black. Okay, this way you can give the heading a black color border and with a this color heading. Actually, if I'll show you now, you will see what will happen. Can you see? It has a
Yes.
border and
Oh,
it has a code
yeah.
like that. Now you design one by one, one by one, one by one. There are a lot of 50 to 60 projects that you can do, but I don't want to waste your time. Maybe I'll just do maybe 5 projects with you quickly to make you understand, and rest is all about you being practicing the thing. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I just
Understand.
want to make sure that I am productive with you, and because you have like very less classes with me, so that's why. Now let's proceed understanding the online compiler, how you can do it, Mr. June, like on things. So first thing is directly on the Google, you can write down HTML, CSS, online compiler or
No,
JavaScript.
I can't. You're not screen sharing again.
Thank you for telling me that. Give me 1 second. Let me reshare my screen. So now window screen sharing I have done. I'm guessing you will be seeing it. So what you I did is I just put it up HTML, CSS, JavaScript compiler. All right. When you click on enter, you will have this programmer. I'll choose this one or any one of it that you like. I like this one honestly, because yeah, this is much better. Like one compiler. You can use that. Okay. Now in here, the same thing. I will just remove few things in the start because I don't want this. Okay, for now, because this is for JavaScript, the brain of the brain of your program, the brain of your website. I don't want that for now. I will use it later on. And I will remove this code also, like these two ones as well. Now I have the same structure, you see, that in the title I can just still write down June's project here. Title is about like what you get here, June. Can you see here it is written onecompiler.com? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the title is what you give on the tab basically. For example, if you see my tabs, I have this Desmos calculator here. So on the tab, it is written Desmos actually. It is written Desmos graphing calculator, right? So if I come back over here, can you see my screen, right?
Yes. Yes. I can see your screen, sir.
So I
Yes.
can write down here June's project, June project, okay? So your name and your project, maybe your first project. And then again, you can just go into the body, you can write on H1, you can click enter, you got this. And I mean, I would request you to start with this, then you can download VS Code and do it, because you just first see if you're able to do things and you like it or not. So let's say it is heading one. So I mean, heading one is should be about your thing. Then you can give subheadings also, like in H2, like this is about heading one subheading. So you can just write on, I mean, you don't have to write on subheading, obviously, Mr. June. You just have, I'm just telling you and giving you an idea that this is a what the H1 means, this is what H2 means. And if I'll run it, you see, it comes out like this. Yeah. Makes sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now, if I want to make it color, right, I'll just go directly after the title. You can remove this also, by the way, June. Now, this link is, June, there are two ways to style. Like you go over here, you put up a style tag like this, all right, and you create a style tag and you are good to go. Otherwise, like in JavaScript, as I was doing, right? For example, you have seen, I just need to make a style tag here. So I'll just write down style here, and you can see they have given you a tag of style here, and you have both the style tag, and you can actually do the styling here. But you can also make a separate file for styling, because what happen is when the projects are very big, June,
Mhm.
everything get mixed up. So I mean, people don't want that, so they have different file of for that. Like you can see here, they have given a different file for styling, and HTML file is there. So HTML is this, CSS is this, then JavaScript is brain, which is here. So like they have three different files, all right. And this thing is called external CSS. What we call it as?
HTML.
No, no. This, when you create a different files CSS outside the thing, you call it as external CSS, because the file is made externally as a new folder. And if you make it here, June, you call it as
Mhm.
internal CSS.
Internal census.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it depends you want to use. Like in the starting, you can use this CSS called internal CSS, because in the starting, I mean, you're just learning right now, and obviously step by step you will progress. That's the thing. And in heading one and subheading, I told you this already. But June, the problem and thing is, definitely in the syllabus it is mentioned that you have to do this. As a software engineer, you should be knowing about it. Very important for you to know JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. I stop here and ask you, am I fast? Should I slow down? And
Um.
I'm fast because of the reason I'm guessing, because I just saw so much of syllabus of yours and it automatically increased my speed, to be honest. Because so much syllabus is there and I don't know how much you are like planning to cover that. Maybe your teacher will not really cover everything, which is bad. As a software engineer, you guys should be knowing things very well. Okay. But
Yes,
it's
understand, sir. But to be honest, I'm not so sure what I'm gonna study too at when I start my second year.
So
I mean,
yeah, what we can do, June, is I will make sure that I'll teach you this. This is like obviously not a thing that you should not be like wasteful for you, because JavaScript is in itself has so many job opportunities right now, and it's itself a thing, a skill basically. So you learn HTML is like ABC, CSS is like you are in fifth grade now. A bit of learning is done. Then you have JavaScript, which is like 10th grade basically, right?
okay,
Year 10. So
yes,
that's
yes.
how you are progressing. So that's the one thing. So I guess you understood anything, any doubt here that I can explain?
If you see doubt, I don't think so, because I'm understanding what is the HTML right now. That is something good, and then I think that's all. I guess
All right,
if
June.
it.
In case you please make sure you stop me and tell me I'm fast, I'll try to slow down again.
Okay, yes, sir.
I'm
Thank you,
just
sir.
worried about your syllabus now because it is too much to cover and you have to cover it. Anyhow, it will be at the end, it would be too much for you. If not in the syllabus, and if they will cut the syllabus for you, then they will, like when the job timings are there, you have to learn that thing, these things then that time when you are doing for the thing. Okay. Because JavaScript is very important. Okay.
Okay, understand, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So now let's say we have June project here. Now it's the internal CSS. You can again put up things like, you want target like H1, I want to target. I can put up H1, put up this, and then put up the color and stuff. Like, you can start with color. I started with red color. If you want something else, you can put up any other color. You can also put up hexa codes. Like hex codes are basically the codes, June, that are just the codes for the colors. So you can use, like, for example, hashtag, you can write on 000 RGB codes like this. This will give the value of every color has some hashtag codes. So if you put that, or you can directly obviously write down like this, black, pink, like this also it will work, right? If you give color and then you give like maybe blue, right? You give that also work, that's also fine. Like if you just run it and stuff, it should turn it into blue color like this, right? But
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, but you can have hex codes also. So when you become a bigger coder, you sometimes use hex code, sometimes you don't learn it actually. It just come out to automatically to you while doing it. Uh, because you are making so many projects. All right. So that's one thing you need to remember. Make sense, June, or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
understand, sir. So wait, can I just ask you one question? What is the software you're using right now?
I'm
That
using online compiler. You just have to go on Google and write down online compiler, onecompiler.com.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Understand, sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
And in this style CSS, if you see, June, you can obviously put up things over and can kind of, you can do it from here also, by the way. Like this is called external CSS. Let's say if I had to just target this subheading, I'll just write down H2 here. Okay. And I'll just choose this and I'll write down the color of this as maybe, what color should I choose? Pink, purple, whatever you like, you can choose that. And if you run this now, it should turn to be pink. You see,
Oh, okay,
like that.
okay, okay.
Or maybe anything else that you like. Okay, you can put border. By the way, these properties are not limited. There are like many properties you can put. I had told you border also you can put up. You can choose border, like where you can just write down maybe the border to be 4 pixel, and you can just write down it solid if you want is the border to be solid, and the color of the border to be black, let's say, or pink, or whatever you want the color to be. And then you run again here and you see it should give it a border of black color, 4 pixel. If you want the thickness more, you can just make it 10, let's say, and I'll just run it again and you see that it becomes more thick, the border now. So you increase these things. Like this is not like only thing that you need to do. As I mentioned to you, when I will really make one project with you, after explaining the basic, everything fall into place then. Make sense?
Yes, understand, sir.
All right, June. So this is the few things that you should be knowing about HTML. This is one of the things that you have to know. And the goal of this teaching you HTML is not teaching you HTML actually. It's to teach you JavaScript at the end. because JavaScript, like, when you go work for iOS, you are using some different language. When you work for Android companies, you are like Samsung or something, as a software engineer, you are using different, so like different language. So June, as a software developer, as a guy who is in IT, you have to be, mm, like, you have to know different languages. Like, you should be knowing C++, you should be knowing C, Python, you should be knowing JavaScript, because they all have the similar type of a concepts, just a different types of formatting. And when you know them, you get the chance to work on Java and stuff. Like in Sony, if you talk about Sony, they mostly work on more work is on Java. Like, if you work on company called Sony, have you heard about this term called, like, company called Sony?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Sony, yes.
Yes, exactly. So, this company, I have worked for it, and mostly the language that when you work for them is Java, basically, right? But if you work for, Apple, you work on Swift language, which is different, which you not have, like, which you haven't studied, right? So it depends. Like, which company you are working in. So they will take interviews, but interviews will be based on the same thing, but they will try to check your concepts. Like, they will ask you about, you know few different things which you don't know maybe right now. If I even have named them, you will not understand. But what I'm saying is, the interview is actually the same thing, and they give you and you put you in the team of 8 to 10 members, where the senior member guide you and help you with few things, few days, like a month or so, in a training, because you have already worked, as a other in other company as a software developer or engineer. Then you know the things already, like, basically. So in a 1 month, you are trained to work on their software, and you're good to go. That's how it works. Okay.
Okay,
So
yes, sir.
these things are very important for you to remember and learn and do. That's what I want to tell you. Now I'll proceed. Before I proceed, I want you to try and see if you're able to do it. Okay.
Okay,
So I'll
yes,
stop sharing now, and you can share your screen and you can try. Okay.
yes, sir. So, one more time, what is it called in
One compiler. Let's just put up on the Google, HTML, CSS, and JS compiler.
HTML,
CSS,
CSS,
and JS compiler.
and
And J for JavaScript, JS for JavaScript compiler.
uh,
You share your screen now. Let me check.
yes, sir. Okay, okay. So I'll just share my screen. Sorry, wait, sir.
No worries. Take your time.
Okay, so can you see the screen now?
Yeah, it is too much blurred. I don't know why, but maybe I'm not sure why, but it's okay. No worries.
Blur?
Y-
For me, I don't see the blur, so
It's very. I'll just show you the picture of it. 1 second. Can you
so
just take me on the same page?
maybe like this, and then
No,
how
no,
is it
just
now?
take me the same. I'll just now it is a bit better. Yeah, now it is a bit better. Like, before it was too much blurred. I don't know why, but it is not as it should be. But it's all right. Makes sense. No worries. You can go ahead. It is
Okay,
visible.
what should I make, sir?
The same thing that I have taught you. Just try that.
Okay, so